Hello, welcome to Studio Pixel. This is the second chapter of Photoshop. Now, on the first chapter, I have left you on the first option of toolbar, the second option of the toolbar, that is the selection tools. We're discussing about different aspects of selection tools, different option of basic selection tools, and we'll just moving forward from where we left on the last chapter. We actually left on one single option that is called the anti-alias. Now let me explain what is anti-alias. Now when we are actually using the rectangular marquee tool, you cannot understand what the anti-alias is. For that you have to switch on the elliptical marquee tool. The reason is that the anti-alias cannot work on rectangular selections. Now if you select an area and just to fill up with the color, let's say red, and that's it. And now at that moment, if I have anti-alias on, and right now I am deselecting the anti-alias option and I'm again creating the selection. Just a second, just let me put it a little bit closer. Okay, and I fill up with the colors. I'm using Control D. You can see if I zoom in to this area is absolutely sharp on the edges of the selection. Now whereas where I've made this selection, the anti-alias was on. Now anti-alias is generally do that the outline of an curved area and it make it a bit of gradiency to mix it up with the background. Let me say you again. Now the thing is here the anti-alias has been off. That means the distinction of the two color has been made by the selection area was clearly visible. But whereas in the rectangle, when I'm switching on the anti-alias, you'll have a blurred or a gradual mix of the colors, or gradual mix of two colors from the selective area and the background will be made. If I zoom in further, you can see here gradiency has been clearly visible, whereas in this case that is not possible. And that's why I say that rectangular marquee tool was not good option for anti-alias, and that's why the anti-alias has been off. Oops, fix normal. Okay, now if I select this area, I cannot each and every time it will be a rectangular area, as the pixel selections are pixels are rectangular and my selective area are rectangular. So that's why I cannot understand what is the anti-alias do. So there will be no differences between the selection. So that's why the anti-alias option has been always off in the rectangular marquee tool, but you will find it on elliptical marquee tool. Okay, so just zooming back. Oh, fine. Now moving on to the next option, that is the lasso tool, next selection tool. Now what is the lasso tool? Lasso means the area of actually to capture something. That's the cowboys used by the creating by the ropes. So that lasso is actually something about, it's a very unique kind of selection tool. That's, you have to click and drag, and you have to have a distinct area as you required. There is no fixed selection area like we have on our rectangular marquee tool or elliptical marquee tool. Here you can customize your selective area. Now when you drag it and in one shot, you don't have to release the mouse. You have to hold it down and draw the area you want to select. Again, I'm just repeating it. Click and drag, and you have to draw the entire area you want to select, and you have to get back to its initial position. And that's how when you release the mouse, you will see this area has been a selected area, and you can put a color into it. So that is the lasso tool, that basic lasso tool function. Again, it has its own options that we have already discussed on the first chapter. The adding, if you want to add something to selection, just switch on this, or even press shift and add, and your areas will include. Also, if you put alt and drag any area, it will also decrease or maybe subtract from that particular selection area. That is always the same as the elliptical or rectangular marquee tool that we have already discussed on the first chapter. Also, feather is the same features that we already discussed. Also, the anti-alias that we have already told you right now, and the refine edge option is the same. As you can see, this, if I select my area of selection, and I can increase the radius of the selection, the contrast, the smoothness, the feathering, the contract and expansion of my selective area, is etc. that we have already discussed in the first chapter. So that's lasso tool that we have already talked about. Now, if we click and hold your click onto this tool, you can see there is a tiny small triangular option, and I'll get another tool, lasso tool. One is a polygonal lasso tool and magnetic lasso tool. Now, for lasso tool, one biggest disadvantage is that is you have to draw in one shot. You cannot stop. That is one biggest disadvantage of this lasso tool. For that thing, you'll have a polygonal lasso tool, where you can put one click, and then again release your mouse and you just drag it. Release means release your mouse pointer, I mean the click, and sorry, not pointer, the click. You can release this click and you can put it over another position, and again you can click over there. That's why, like creating a polygon or a polygonal object, and like a polygonal object, and you can create the selection area. So again, I'm just showing you click, 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 and by clicking this, you can create your own selection. The disadvantage of this tool is it's absolutely sharpen edge. It's always you'll have sharpen edge thing, and you cannot smooth them out. That is one biggest negative point of this polygonal lasso tool. But yes, definitely, if you want to select any distinct area very precisely, you want to select any particular area, this is the nice tool you can use, and they are very handy to use within very very detailed level of selection. So the rest of the options are absolutely same as the normal selection tools, the elliptical marquee tool or the rectangular marquee tool. So I'm not getting into those options. I'm moving on, and I'll just talk about the magnetic lasso tool. Well, now magnetic lasso tool is a very fantastic tool. It's a kind of a, you can understand this, it says it's all, that's a magnetic lasso tool. That means it's something related to magnet. Now how can you use in a software like this in a magnet? Now magnet is not all about that particular which will actually attract the any metal or something. It will actually attract the colors. When you select this area and you just drag over it, you can see the distinct outline of the two different colors has been easily selected by this particular tool. Now again, if you select over there and select over there, and you just to roll over your mouse, and your points has been put roll over your mouse from where you want to put your selection points, and your selection points will be put it by the software itself. And at the end, when you get back to your initial position, just you have to click one time, and your selective area has been the desired area has been selected, and you can easily move that particular area. So let me go in deeper into it. If I select any particular rolling over area, and here you have seen that that's been messed up, so you can use always backspace to get back your the last put it point, and you can manually also click to some area which you have you desired to be the selection area. So like this, I don't like the last point, it should not be over here, so put backspace, and you can edit it anytime. So that's how you'll be always able to edit your lasso tool or the selection area according to your desired results. And the same thing will also go, I've just missed that out on Polygonal lasso tool. Even if you already selected that these points, and if you don't want, if you want to get back to few steps back, you can use the backspace, and you can have your selection again. So when you select any particular small area in a small interval, you will put any clicks, any the selection points by the Polygonal lasso tool. You can get back one step or two step or three step you want by the backspace, and again you can put the desired points where you can select the make the selections according to your desired area. So that's it about the three lasso tool. That is one is a normal lasso tool, another one is a Polygonal lasso tool, and the magnetic lasso tool. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also the Facebook page and Twitter. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this.